Hello and welcome to the Sandbox Daily with me, John Jordan. So what's going on in Sandbox land today? Well, it's interesting that the Sandbox as a game, I guess as an organisation, has just bought a very expensive BORED APE. So the BORED APE Yacht Club is a NFT project. It's sort of inspired, I suppose, by CryptoPunks. So there are 10,000 of these apes that are bored. They have all different attributes. They're all unique, running on the Ethereum blockchain. And I guess CryptoPunks is still the kind of AAA sort of NFT project, I suppose, the most valuable one. But BORED Apes has really accelerated, and I guess most people would think it's number 2 behind CryptoPunks. And there's a very strong community around it, which is clearly why that's happened. So let's go through the thread. It's interesting that why is the Sandbox a game buying NFTs in an NFT project? Why are these two related? So you see this word a lot, metaverse, and Sandbox used the word metaverse quite a lot. It's not quite clear what metaverse is, I think, to me at least. But they're talking about the point of the Sandbox is it's a place where everyone can go and play, and whether it's players or sort of musicians or creators or artists or whatever, the Sandbox wants you to come and do stuff in the Sandbox. So in order to sort of do that, they want to invest and help build what they call the ecosystem, and be involved. And I guess blockchain is very much about that. Projects really interlink, even if they're not interlinking in terms of project to project, in terms of stuff like owning assets and being on Twitter and being part of a community and chatting to each other. And it's much easier to do that in the blockchain world than it is in the sort of the traditional world, where a lot of stuff is controlled by contracts and IP law and all that sort of thing. So here we have, particularly because anything in the Sandbox can be put in the Sandbox. So here we have the captain, this BORED Ape that they've spent all this money on. I can't. What did it say up here? I think it was like it's about $3 million, something like that. And we can see it going through the attributes. It's the 27th rarest ape of 10,000, and here we can see the captain in his Sandbox voxel form. So that looks pretty cool with the lasers coming out of his eyes as well. And I guess he'll be wandering around the Sandbox. And actually, there's quite a lot of crossover between BORED Apes and the Sandbox. The BORED Ape, some people behind the BORED Ape have bought a big estate and they're building things in there. So I think we'll see a lot of BORED Ape sort of activity in the Sandbox. And what's interesting, and I didn't know, so the Sandbox has an NFT collection that has 350 unique CryptoPunks, and it's art and all this sort of stuff, and we can go and have a look at that. And it's actually worth a lot of money. Did it say up here? So all the NFTs it owns are worth $13 million. This is just other stuff. So the Sandbox is saying it's going to buy more NFTs and sort of go down this sort of metaverse route. So we can go and have a look here. Where we're clicking. Okay, so this is going to the OpenSea marketplace, and we're just looking here using this to browse what the Sandbox game account is. So we can see here there's the captain, just being bought for 740 ETH. Goodness me. And these are all the other things they've got. And it's interesting that some of these are sort of nothing to do with I don't really think they're going to go in the Sandbox. I don't really think VFriends Hangout Hawk is going to go into the Sandbox. Maybe Gary V is all over. I don't know. But this is just like this is a very specific sort of NFT project that would be hard to sort of create in a voxel form. Some of these other ones, I think some of the CyberKong stuff is already happening in the Sandbox. Obviously, it's already pixelated. We actually see here, if I can get this right. So we can look at the collection. We can see that actually the Sandbox has 31 BORED Apes and 26 Rumble Kong leagues, which are these ones here. I've never heard them before. I don't know what Voxies are. World of Women was this sort of a similar NFT inspired thing. Obviously, it should say maybe not the Sandbox hasn't bought all these, because obviously if you just know the address, people will probably send them stuff. But what else we got? Some sup ducks. That's people like sup ducks. Bored mummies waking up. CyberKongs, Cool Cats. That was people like Cool Cats. The Wicked Craniums with brains sort of thing. Gutter Cats. It's all these sort of projects. Moon Cats, obviously. Zed Run, the horse racing game. What else we got? Something else I saw there. Oh, there's the Zero N1 Force. And a whole bunch of other kind of weird things. But anyway, so it is interesting that I think over time we're seeing more of this, and I think it's particularly strong for the Sandbox. The Sandbox is sort of play as being a metaverse where other communities can sort of come and build their own sort of 3D space, because that's sort of what we've had it a bit with Decentraland, and actually things like Bored Apes are also active in Decentraland. But I think we kind of see with the Sandbox being a bit more maybe structured than Decentraland, which to me seems to be sort of lost some of its sort of momentum. But we will see these projects, can wax and wane. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is the Sandbox Daily, keeping an eye on what's going on with the Sandbox. And as I currently say, hopefully we're going to get some playable stuff pretty soon, because we've been waiting around for a long time. So definitely the best is yet to come. So subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching the video, and see you again soon.